Ghanaian men respect Ghanaian men the most. Like that's just the patriarchal society.
And if I can interject, that's why I am Leslie. I was asking, you said you have men in Ghana. I was asking, are they your husband or because
No, these are men
yeah,
from the community that develop relationship with on a
right.
professional business level.
You need to get a husband.
Hey, beautiful people, welcome to Travel with Leslie. I am Leslie Jones. If you are new here, join the small but mighty crew by clicking the subscribe and the notification bell. You are welcome. You are here because you saw me live or travel to China, Ghana, Tanzania, Mexico, England, etc. But today we're gonna go back in time to an interview I did about 2 years ago. Now here's the backstory. Prince Dynast invited me to his platform to talk about the physical assault, that I experienced in Ghana. But folks, it turned into a whole different thing. We talked about sexism, we talked about marriage, we talked about patriarchy, and we also talked about the downfall of the Black American woman. So now that I've matured in the manners of life, I want to share my opinion, right, on this video and get your opinions as well, because there is an emotional and educational gap between us and the motherland, not just the Pacific Ocean, okay, not just 400 years. But I hope this video helps us with that. All right, let's get into it.
I kind of want to give some pointers as well. Now, I'm not a woman, but I'm very observant just when women come from the West to Africa. There's a level of protection that women need. I know in America, I know my sisters, my strong sisters, I could do it by myself. A lot of us say that. But if you have that spirit or attitude in America, in Africa, you're dealing with a patriarchal society, and it ain't gonna work like that. I'm just being honest. You're gonna need male protection. Period.
Folks, I brought my notes because I'm not gonna miss a damn thing. I 100% agree with what Prince Dynast said. It's not the same, folks. Right? Here in the USA, we have laws and regulations that protect against blatant discrimination, right? Title VII of the Civil Rights Act prohibits gender-based discrimination in the workplace, right? It was another one. Violence Against Women Reauthorization and Employment Act provides services and support for victims of domestic violence, right? But here's the most important thing. Consequences for not obeying the law. Because you have all these laws, but if it doesn't matter if you break it, you're not held accountable, they're going to feel like they can do whatever they want to do when they want to do it. Ghana's law and regulations. The Children's Act of 1998, folks, when child marriage was banned. Folks, that's not even a long time ago. I was like, what, 12? Right? According to the Borgen Project, 5% of girls are already assigned marriage by 15 and 20% before 18 years old. And that's in the rural areas. Folks, Tropo C. 1994, FGM, female genitalia mutilization, right? 1994, folks, I'm like 10 years old when these laws came into place. I could have already been assigned to marriage and my genitalia mutilated. So I don't say this to strike fear. I just say this to show you this is where you're going to. This is how they just recently banned this. Folks, wow. We're going back and forth. I'm trying to release myself from him. And I saw the more aggressive and more masculine I got, the more aggressive and masculine he got. And I said, You know what? Let me go ahead and switch my energy real quick until more feminine, because I'm not about to get my face bashing over some land.
Right. There's no like it ain't America. They're gonna lock you up.
That part.
Well, right. And that's what sisters gotta understand. Like you can't be snatching the air and period. So after there, that, it don't matter. Like it don't matter if the man is wrong. Like it's just.
So I realized my situation, And I don't have
Right.
a strong enough pride to try to fight a dude. And I can hear you now. Well, that's wrong. It doesn't matter over there.
As far as advice for women when it comes to going to Africa or going
Yes.
to Ghana, like I said, if you want, here we go. If you want to travel as a woman, as a visitor and vacation alone, me personally, you'll be fine. But when it comes to like actually
Business.
moving and making moves in business, like I understand, excuse my language, I get that whole, excuse my language, guys, that whole, boss bitch shit that I be seeing on the internet. I get it. Y'all want to be a boss bitch.
That is
Uh,
not me. I never.
Not you,
I'm
but
not with that
a lot of
fad.
sisters,
No, I'm not
a
with
lot of
that
sisters
fad.
want to be a boss bitch. I know y'all want to have the sisters brunch.
Nothing
You
wrong with the
know,
brunch. Nothing wrong with the
the
brunch.
sisters unlimited mimosas brunch, and we gonna do this. We the boss bitches. I get it. That's great for Atlanta, Chicago, New York, America. That's great. Sounds great. But over there, also you're a
Different.
foreign woman.
Travel in groups, right? Let's bridge this gap so when you visit, you can enjoy and have a beautiful time, right? Don't go alone. Be prepared and know if you want to take that type of attitude over there and increase your chances of being handled in public.
And another thing, my Black American sisters, don't allow these African women in America put a battery in your back with all this boss B and feminism, all that stuff here in America. Because the minute they go to Africa, they turn to proper African women. So do not allow these African
Proper.
women proper. So don't allow these African women, these westernized African women in America or in the UK or in France, gas you up and tell you how they boss bitches, boss bees, and they inviting you to the girl, we don't need no man, unlimited mimosa, boss bee
You and
brunch.
mimosas.
Because trust me, the minute they step foot in Kotoka International Airport, the minute they step foot in Murtala Muhammad International Airport, the minute they step foot in Lungwi International Airport, they turn to proper African women, and all that boss B stuff is out the window.
What do
So
you
do
mean by
not.
proper? Can you elaborate on that?
Proper as far as their manners, the way they act, the way they handle themselves. Very feminine. Uh, very traditional.
Hmm.
There we go. Traditional. Somebody put in the chat room. Traditional African women. And none of that boss B stuff coming to Africa.
That was very interesting because as I think about it, I don't have any African female friends in the States. So is this true, African women? You act one way here, but then when you go to back to your homeland, it's proper, it's traditional. It's like code switching. And since the interview, I've been listening and learning, folks. This was 2 years ago, so I've improved, right? And I've been learning a lot about the yin and the yang, the masculine and the feminine energy. How to flow with men, right? I even have men mentors now. Leslie, why do you have men mentors? Folks, obviously I've been trying to leave this Ghana situation. I've been trying to get out. But folks, they won't give me my money back, so I'm going to capitalize and find out how to operate and move. And I decided if this is going to be a part of my life, right? Let me learn the game and play the game because folks, when I learn the game, I don't lose. So Africans on the continent that have, the ability to go back and forth between the states, Africa, London, is that the strategy? My African sisters, is that the strategy? I'd love to hear you guys' perspective. Keep it respectful in the comments, but yes, is this true?
It's not like being here in America. You have to know your place. And despite how many American women may not like that, that's what you're going into more than not when you go to the continent. And if you have an issue with that, you're going to have an issue being on the continent. you are still a foreigner in a foreign land that's not yours. Your ancestors have not been on the continent for centuries. And you have to do your research before you go. You have to give people respect. If that's how they do it, they call you a Bruni, don't argue with them. You are not in your homeland as far as your birth is concerned. And you just have to know how to conduct yourself. And I think for those Black Americans that do go to the continent, they think that they can act like the Brunis of the world and that they can go wherever they want to go. And it's no issue, but it isn't an issue for them, but it is an issue for us. And I'll tell you, these indigents will argue us down and they will hurt us, whereas the white people, they will not. I've seen it with my own two eyes in Ghana. So we got to I'm not saying don't fight for what is yours, but do it legally, do it civilly, but don't be out with a loud voice and big hand gestures and all of that, because it's not respected. And then they already have a perceived view of Westerners anyway. But we can't get away with it, but the white people can.
Especially Black American women.
Oh, specifically.
Know your place. How'd you feel when she said that? Because folks, if you want to move there and repatriate, you need to know what you're getting into. Period. Do you want to meet that frequency? Right? And let me tell you, in 2 years, you're not going to come back to me and say, Leslie, why didn't you tell me? Oh, no, not on my watch, folks. I like to sleep at night. Okay? So that's why I'm doing this. Let's help each other. Because, we want you to enjoy the motherland. You deserve to go back and visit and have a great time. You deserve to repatriate, right? But you deserve to be respected, and you deserve to not waste your money and your time. I can guarantee you, you're going to get nothing but 100% authenticity from this channel. Did you subscribe yet? Ooh, beautiful people. I'm not even halfway done with the interview and I just realized it's too much. So this is going to be a 3-part series. Stick around. It will be worth the wait. Y'all voted. You want me to talk about buying land in Ghana. So tomorrow, meet me and we can talk in real time as we live stream. Thanks for hanging with me. Till next time, live your best life. Join our free newsletter for land updates, group trips, and international real estate connections. Link in the description box. Now available. Ebooks and e-workbooks to mentally and emotionally prepare you to visit, repatriate, or buy land in the motherland. And the authentic handmade kente cloth I got from Kumasi, Ghana is now a home decor line made by yours truly. Get a piece of the motherland until you can visit yourself. Click the link in the description box to visit my store.